Shalom Aleichem. My name is Rabbi Ben Herman. I'm the Rabbi Beit Shirah congregation in Miami. Pesach Sameach to everyone. The topic I'm going to share with you is Lahma, Anya, and immigration. Let all immigrants find shelter. When we read Lahma, Anya, we see that it's a text that all who are hungry, all who are thirsty, let them find food and drink. And it's also a text that says that while we're here, next year may we be in the land of Israel, and now we're enslaved. Next year, may we be free. So we have to think about what does this text mean and how does it apply to us in the context of immigration. First, this text needs to be said in the vernacular of where you live. It was written in Aramaic, which was the English of the day, or the Spanish of the day if you're listening from Latin America. It's one of two times we open the door on Passover, the other being to welcome in Elijah. We need to really mean these words. Some even have an extra empty chair open at their Seder table. And we need to acknowledge we're not free yet. We need to wait for next year. May we be in the land of Israel with the Messiah. I want to share a story my Chavruta shared with me. One year when he said Lahma Anya, there was actually someone at the door. When he opened it, was a volunteer for Greenpeace, someone actually working to bring about the Messiah, making this world a better place. And this individual was invited into his home. And the point that he made is if we don't open the door for Lahma Anya with full intention of welcoming someone in, how can we expect Elijah the prophet to come in heralding the Messiah? When I was rabbi in Tucson, Arizona, I worked for Humane Borders. I set up water stations in the desert with knowledge of the Border Patrol, and the goal was to prevent death. People were crossing by the thousands in the Sonoran Desert, and over 9,000 people have died since the 1990s, crossing the treacherous terrain of the Sonoran Desert into Arizona. And I'm going to show you a map. Each red dot represents at least one death of a migrant crossing the Sonoran Desert. So there are many different texts that one can use. And this is a text that comes out of the Reform movement, talking about how we are the golden Medina. We're the land of Emma Lazarus. Give us, you're hungry, you're tired, you're poor. And that when we say Lahma Anya, we really need to mean these words. We really need to internalize them, remembering that we were slaves, that not too long ago, our ancestors were refugees coming here in hope of a better future. So too are people doing today. And it is our job, as a Gera rabbi taught, to avoid spiritual darkness, to truly see others, to truly look for those who are in need of help, whether it is a migrant, whether it is someone in our community in need of assistance, and to open our door, welcoming them in. So I will conclude with the 4 questions I would ask this year at the Seder. In all other years, we've stayed comfortably in our homes at Passover. This year, what are we going to do to help others in need who have been scarred by COVID, by natural disasters like Hurricane Laura, the West Coast fires, and the Texas winter storm? 2, in all other years, we focus on what's going on within our walls, our own community. This year, how are we going to help migrants coming into our country who want a better life for themselves and their families? 3, in all other years, we've acted out the Passover story without living it. This year, how will we take steps to ingrain it within ourselves and make a difference? And 4, in all other years, we've reclined feeling what it is like to be free. This year, what will we do to feel the burden of those who are oppressed on a daily basis? I wish you a happy, healthy Passover full of discussion and dealing with these real world issues. If we just do the same text year after year, we don't learn anything new. But if we grapple with the realities of our day and age, those realities which are posed by Lahma, Anya, which the rabbis incorporate in the Haggadah, then we can truly have a meaningful Passover. Chag Kasher v'Sameach.